All right, and happy Small Business Month, everyone. This is the Meet the Regional Business webinar from the Delaware Division of Small Business, and we're so excited that you all have joined us here today. A couple of housekeeping issues. Right now, I've put in the chat that we will be recording this webinar, of course, as we just said, and we will be putting the recorded webinar as well as the slide deck on our Small Business Month page, which is de.gov/smallbizmonth. That's small, BIZMONTH. So we will do that after this is over. There will be plenty of time for questions at the end. When we get to that point, we'll have you put your questions in the question and answer box, not the chat. But at this point, if you want, in the chat, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, share your name. You can share your business. If you want, you can share what city you're operating in. And that way the business managers will also have a little more information about you to get to know you. So let me start off with talking a little bit about who we are at the Delaware Division of Small Business. So the Division of Small Business is a state agency committed to helping small businesses start and grow in Delaware. We operate under the Delaware Department of State, and a lot of people don't know that we are a state agency or where we fall in the whole state system. Our agency also includes the Delaware Tourism Office and the Office of Supplier Diversity. Our main office is in Dover, and we have a satellite office in Wilmington. And our goal is to make Delaware the #1 state in the U.S. for small businesses. Oh, and super important, all of our services are free. So super important. Wanted to give you a sense within the Delaware Department of State where we fall. So as you can see, our Cabinet Secretary is Chiruni Patabanda Sanchez. And all the way over to the right is the Deputy Cabinet Secretary. Oops, let me take that back. Regina Mitchell. And you can see the Division of Small Business falls under Deputy Secretary Mitchell. But also, there may be some other organizations in the state that you have dealt with that you didn't know were in the same department as us. So for instance, the Division of Corporations is under our agency. The Division of Professional Regulations is under our agency, and there are others. So we'll talk a little bit more about other state agencies that we interact with and how you might be connecting with them as well. So how we can help you. So the purpose of this webinar is to meet our regional business managers, and they provide a lot of the frontline services to business owners like you. We also have our Business Resource Connection portal on our website. We'll show you where that is a little later in the webinar, but that lists some of our other partners that you can connect with that may be able to help you. We connect you with partner organizations and resources. We give you information on funding opportunities you might be able to take advantage of. We have a weekly newsletter that provides all sorts of resources and trainings available to you, and we'll talk to you about how to sign up for that. And of course, our social media channels. We try to share little tidbits about where we've been throughout the week, as well as offering access to our Office of Supplier Diversity. So we want to get to introducing you to our regional business managers. But before we do, I'd also like to introduce you to our division leadership. So please allow me to introduce you to our director, CJ Bell. CJ, if you could wave and smile for the camera.
Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Thank you for taking some time out on your Tuesday to learn more about what the Division of Small Business has to offer.
Thank you. And new to our agency, but not new to small business or economic development in Delaware, is our new Deputy Director, Jamie Watts. Jamie.
Thank you, Andrea, and thank you all for being here today. We are all here to support you, so we are thrilled to have you join us to learn more about the ways that we can do so.
Fantastic. Thank you. And now for our stars, our regional business managers. So our regional business managers basically cover counties, but don't think of them as really limited by the county boundaries because there's a lot of overlap in the things that they do and the people that they help. So you may find yourself working with any one of these three. So first, let me introduce Joe Zolkowski, who is our Northern Newcastle County Business Manager. Joe, how about you say hi and tell the folks a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Joe Zolkowski. I'm the regional business manager for Northern Newcastle and temporarily, I guess, Southern Newcastle too. So I'm here to help any small businesses. I've been with the state for it'll be 18 years next month, and was originally with the Delaware Economic Development Office, and then when it switched over to become the Division of Small Business, I've been here for, I guess it's eight years now. I think we've been around. So since the beginning of the Division of Small Business. Yeah, I really like working with all businesses. I find it one of my favorite parts of the job is learning about a new industry that I didn't maybe even know existed prior, and helping that business on the business part of it and not necessarily their industry part. So.
Awesome. All right, so next, let's go to Anastasia Jackson, and Anastasia represents Kent County.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining in today. My name is Anastasia Jackson, and yes, I am the Kent County Regional Business Manager. I am a Delaware native. Before working for the Division of Small Business, I was a small business owner myself on a main street downtown in Milford. Prior to that, I worked for the Department of Labor for 12 years. So I have a little bit of state experience. And one thing that I really love about my job is seeing someone go from idea to actually get into that ribbon cutting. That truly makes my heart sing. And I love helping businesses at different stages. And thank you again for joining.
And third, but not last, certainly, is the newest manager to our regional business manager team, and that is Gemini Cornish. Gemini.
Yep. Good morning. I'm Gemini Cornish. I'm the Sussex County Regional Business Manager. So I've been with the division since 2021. I started as a special project administrative assistant. Later on, I was promoted to executive assistant, and now in April of this year, I fill the role of Sussex County Regional Business Manager. And my favorite part about this role so far is hearing the relief of business owners once they know, like, we're here to help them navigate their challenges in businesses and meet them where they are. So that's my favorite part about the role.
Thank you, Gemini, and we are super excited to have you. There is usually a fourth business manager, as Joe said, to cover Southern Newcastle County. And unfortunately, that position is vacant right now. We hope to fill it soon. But in the meantime, if you need help, you can email business@delaware.gov, and one of the three business managers will reach out and assist you. All right, let's see if my screen will advance. There we go. All right, so I'm going to let the business managers do what they do best and talk about what they do. So first, I'm going to turn this over to Anastasia to talk about the things that she can help you with.
Good morning again. So as a regional business manager, we have several different types of inquiries that come in, whether it's via phone, via email, or even sometimes walk-ins to our office. So as a navigator and a liaison between our state agencies, I will be that person or one of my colleagues to go to if you are looking to open up a food truck, for example, and you're not really sure what the regulatory requirements are and what you need to have in place to start that food truck and be in alignment with the state requirements. So I'll connect you with the Delaware Department of Health, the Division of Public Health through the Delaware Health and Social Services Department. If you have a business and you have like water issues or some type of regulatory issue that requires DNREC assistance, they actually have an ombudsman, just similar to Joe, Gemini, and myself, to help small businesses with navigating those issues as well. So we will connect you with DNREC. And with the Department of Labor, if you're looking to hire employees, which is essentially what we want you to do, is to create jobs, right? So we'll connect you with the Department of Labor. There's the Unemployment Insurance Division, Employment and Training, Industrial Affairs, and Workers' Compensation to make sure you're compliant. Because a lot of the funding that we offer, we do run compliance checks, and we want to make sure that you're in alignment with what they offer as well. So in addition to being a business manager, I also am the statewide coordinator for the Delaware Main Street program. It has been in existence since 2000, and we are an umbrella agency under the Division of Small Business. We currently have 4 accredited Main Streets, and all of the other communities are affiliate programs, and some that are Friends of Main Street, so they may not have a designated team of individuals working on Main Street programs, but we are throughout the state. In 2009, Rehoboth Beach Main Street received the Great American Main Street Awards. That means they did some major revitalization projects, and it was recognized nationally through the Main Street America program. We also make sure that we implement the 4 key pillar things through Main Street America, which is economic development, design, promotion, and organization, to really help equip those Main Street communities throughout the state that fall within downtown development districts have the tools that they need to be successful for the business owners, for the people who live in those districts, and as well as the historic preservation part of it. If you want to find out more information about Delaware on Main Street, visit de.gov/DE Main ST.
Thank you, Anastasia. And Anastasia did drop that into the chat, so you'll have that link right there. All right. And now I'm going to hand this over to Gemini Cornish to talk about one of the other roles that we play.
So, hello everyone again. With Division Small Business, our regional business managers, we are the connectors. So let's say you're coming in and you're just starting a business and need help with the business plan. We may refer you to some of our resource partners. So a lot of people do get us confused with our resource partners because of the similarity in names. So here we are state level. So as Anastasia mentioned, if you're trying to open up a food truck and you need help with Division of Public Health, we would connect you with that and help you with any regulatory issues that you're experiencing. Meanwhile, when we connect your resource partners, we may reconnect you with them because, like, assist with your business plan. We are a team of 3 business managers right now, so we can't take the load of everything. So we may connect you with them. But while we connect you with them, our business managers still follow up with you and see how that's going with your business plan. And once you're done with that, just to assist you on your next journey with starting your business. So here are some of our key partners that we also work with: SCORE Delaware, Delaware Prosperity Partnership, Women's Business Center, at True Access Capital, and Launcher. And these are relationships that we have with these, and some of them are growing. So we may refer you to some of these key partners during your business journey.
Thank you, Gemini. And one of the things that Gemini said that I really love is that she mentioned that we don't just hand you off and that's where it stops. You can come back to us at any time. Like the business managers, after we do a handoff to our partners, the business managers will keep checking in with you, and they'll encourage you to keep checking back in with them. So we are with you for the length of your small business journey, wherever that may take you. So you have any other questions about things that may not have fallen into anything we've discussed so far, you can ask your business manager. If they don't know the answer, they can probably point you in the right direction to get your question answered. So we really want to be that resource for you. All right, and now I'm going to hand it back over to Joe to talk about some of our funding opportunities.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea. And a good point too is you might not know sort of what programs we have, or but we try to have different programs for every stage of your business. So it's really important to check in with us and let us know sort of your needs. A lot of times, unfortunately, I find people reach out to us after they've tried everything else, and it might be too late. So we have a lot of programs. I'm just going to touch on a few of them right now, but understand we have programs for every stage of your business. So if you are having business issues, not necessarily with your specific industry, but with your business side of things, we probably have a program out there to help you. Our most popular one is our Edge grant competition. We do that in the spring and the fall. Oh, there we go. And for we're going to change it a little bit this fall, but right now for STEM, we have 5 winners of $100,000 each. And for the entrepreneur category, we have 5 winners of $50,000 each. And that's to help small businesses get started. Again, it is a competition. So we prep typically people who just apply without calling a regional business manager, they don't win. We've seen hundreds, if not thousands of applications, and we know what the judges are looking for. So reach out to us, and we can help you put together a winning application. I've had one person, they made the finals 4 times and they didn't win until their 4th time in the finals. So, you know, it is what it is. And but we are here to help you with the business side of your business, and this Edge competition helps you sort of hone those skills. Then we also, and this is a big one, our SSBCI program. You don't have to sort of memorize all the letters and programs, but what I do have to tell you is we have $14 million that we have to get into business owners' hands by December 31st. This is a small state. $14 million is a lot of money. We have 4 different programs. The 2 that I like the best, one is called the Loan Participation Program, and it is a low interest loan. We do up to half of it, and we can do it up to 10 years. A bank, a credit union, or True Access Capital, which is a nonprofit bank, will do at least the other half, if not more. And our portion is at 4 or 5% interest rate. So you're going to get a low rate loan for that program. The other big program we have in this is the Accelerator program. So if you're looking to get an investor, we will match the investment up to $1 million. So if you get an investor, a lead investor, you negotiate the terms with them, and we will jump on board and match up to $1 million. There's a couple other programs in there, but if you're interested in either of those, then call us. So we also have a bunch. So this is where it's difficult to tell everybody, because I don't know everyone's needs, and I don't want to go into too detail. But site readiness, if you're a developer and you want to get a property ready so that it's ready to be developed if a new business is coming in, we have a program for that. If you need lab space upgraded, we have a program for that. We have, if you're getting a grant from the federal government and you're between grants, we have a grant program to help you with that. If you have an old piece of equipment and you need to upgrade it, we have a program for that. And then we have our strategic fund, which is sort of a grab all. And then if you have any farmers out here, we have a financing program for ag. So there's a lot of programs out there. We're not going to touch on them, but just remember, if your business is at a stage where it needs some sort of help, we probably have a program to help you out.
Great. Thank you, Joe. And so you're maybe wondering, you know, that was a lot of information. How do I find out more? How do I find out about some of these opportunities? Well, we have a weekly newsletter that we put out every week. It's distributed every Wednesday morning, and it includes information on upcoming events, business trainings, funding opportunities, information from partners, organizations, etc. And what we just started doing was actually lumping a lot of the funding opportunities, not only ours, but outside from other partners, from national business resources, from federal level offices, and we've put them sort of in their own section in the newsletter. We also do a small business spotlight. So if you submit information about your business and some photos and some basic information, we do a quick compliance check to make sure that you are compliant with all of the important agencies like Division of Corporations if needed, Division of Revenue, and then we're able to feature your business in the newsletter. And then we'll usually run that again in social for some extra exposure. So definitely encourage you to check that out. And you can do that by signing up on our website at business.delaware.gov. You've got this great little QR code that our design manager, Susie, put up. So you can use that as well. And again, this will be placed on the website, not only the recording, but also the slide deck, so you can go in there and find that. So I figured really quick while I had you, and I have the link active, let's try and bring up the website. All right. Now I'm going to ask one of my business managers to tell me, can you see the website?
Correct, yes.
Great. Sometimes technology works well and sometimes it doesn't. So this is our homepage, business.delaware.gov. And as you can see, our hero image is Small Business Month. This is actually a Delaware small business owner, herbal apothecary. And we have this little button here, check out our resources here. I'm just going to click that and it's going to take you to the Small Business Week and Month page. And you can see a few stats about small businesses, ways that people can support small businesses throughout the year, and some of our resources. We actually have a toolkit, and in this toolkit, we have some flyers, we have some social media images. Of course, now this will really test some of my, shall we say, computer knowledge to see if we can actually go back to where we were before. So you can see some of the images coming across the top of your screen here. All right, so do this. Whoops. That did not quite work out as I expected, but hold on. Not done yet. So you can still see, you can see it now, right? The website again. Okay, good. So showing you under services, how we can help. This will also get you to the regional business manager's contact information. Also, if you scroll down on our homepage, here they are, regional business managers. You can click on them and their contact information will come up. And right at the bottom of the homepage is sign up for updates. This will appear on the bottom of every page on our website, and this is where you can sign up for our newsletter.
Ms. Andrea, if you could stay on that page also, because I wanted to touch on the services, the tool, the resource portal.
Sure.
So if I can touch on that for a second while you're on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go.
Okay, so right here is where you can go to find some of our resource partners, and you can filter it to your specific need, your location, Newcastle, Kent, Sussex, Wilmington, your specific need, access to capital, business planning, site selection, your business stage, idea, startup, established, expanding, and your industry, food service. So it just has a little bit of everything to direct you to the right resources, and also your targeted community.
Thank you, Gemini. And as we mentioned, we have nearly 100 partner organizations, whether they be state, nonprofit, local. Some straddle the border between states. So if you are interested to see what's out there, play around with this filter. Again, it's on our homepage. All right, so under programs, this is where we get to things like the EDGE grant competition. See, this will take you to our EDGE page, which is also de.gov/EDGE. That will have things like past webinars that we've run. You can see a list at the bottom of the winners from previous years. We have our Small State Business Credit Initiative page. So this is what Joe talked about, the SSBCI, and that'll give you some information about that. Under our incentives and credits page are the various funding programs that we have, and that's basically summarized all in one place for you. And then Anastasia's Delaware on Main page. There we go. Great video here. And we also have a calendar of events. So you can see what's going on right now during the month of May, and we just keep loading them. So any of our partner organizations that have training events that are coming up, or participation events, then they can go ahead and submit that. This calendar is not necessarily for small businesses to say, hey, I'm having a sale coming up. This is really a resource calendar to give small business owners information on training resources that are available to them.
Miss
We
Andrea,
have-
can we hover over to services, back to services?
Sure. Yep.
So the Size Up Delaware tool, it's a free business data analytics tool that is very, very helpful for when you're working on your business plan. And if you're looking to pitch to investors, to find out and show you like exactly where your marketing dollars are going to go towards. We also have people that are connected with us through Size Up Delaware that you can have a one-on-one session with them to help you navigate through utilizing that platform as well. It's been very helpful for a lot of EdGrant awardees in the past as well. And
Great, thank
also the Office of Supplier Diversity, if you go back to services,
Yep.
the minority certification, women veteran business certification, that's through OSD. There's how you can get certified. If you scroll down to the bottom, it should take you to the application part.
And
Yep.
For folks who have not heard of Office of Supplier Diversity, they offer certification for women, minority, veteran, service disabled veteran, and individuals with disabilities owned businesses, as well as a small business focused certification that is race and gender neutral. So we just recently launched a new certification portal, and this is making things so much easier, not only for those who want to be certified, but also for the program administrator and director, Siobhan White, who now does not have to come through paper copies of every application that comes in. So if this is something that interests you, you can come back and learn more about that here. We have a media section, which has news releases from the past. This is also where you can find our a link to our annual reports. So you'll see here that the last one we posted is the FY24 annual report that runs on a state fiscal year, which is June to July, or July to June, I should say. So this is for the previous July to June. And these come out every December, and we have our past annual reports listed. So that's also easy. And if you come over here, you can just click on contact information if you want to contact us. You can come over here to submit a small business spotlight story. And here are links to our Facebook and Instagram requests. And if you are someone who utilizes Freedom of Information Act request, here is a link to that as well. All right, so I am going to go back to all right, current slide. There we go. We're back to the PowerPoint, right, folks? Okay. Here again are more about our social channels, Facebook and Instagram at Delaware Small Business, YouTube at DE Small Business, and LinkedIn at company DE/Small Business. And we have created QR codes so you can easily find those there as well. All right, now here is the part that you're probably all waiting for. And as promised, we left plenty of time for questions and answers. So if you want to ask the RBMs a question, we ask that you put it in the question and answer box and not the chat, and we'll try to get to as many as possible. And at the end, if you didn't get a chance to have your question answered, you can reach out to your regional business managers, Joe for Newcastle, Anastasia for Kent, and Gemini for Sussex. And I'll give you just a sec to write down the email address of these folks, because I'm going to pull this off of screen share, and I'm going to bring the business managers up full screen to ask questions. I will work to moderate the questions, and hopefully that will make it easier for you. And also remember, you can find the business managers and get in contact with them by going to our homepage at business.delaware.gov, and their pictures are right there on the homepage. And you can find them that way as well. All right, so at this moment, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so let's see. All right, so anybody who has a question that's in the chat, you may want to put it over into the Q&A box. All right, so this is a question for any of the four of you. From Holland, can you recommend a source for finding DE private small businesses as prospects?
I mean, I guess it would depend on the industry. Maybe one of the chambers of commerce.
That's probably a great idea. There are several chambers throughout the state. There's the State Chamber of Commerce, there's the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce, there's the Central Delaware Chamber of Commerce, and it gets very interesting when you get down to Sussex County, because instead of one basically countywide chamber, they have several individual chambers, Georgetown, Rehoboth Beach, Dewey Fenwick, Western Sussex, the Greater Milford. So those are those are a lot of
Right.
options there.
And there's industry specific organizations. So it depends if you're going after a specific industry too.
Right. So
Yeah,
for instance,
I definitely like to echo what Joe said. Becoming a part of a chamber, attending chamber events, going out and networking, that's your best way of getting out there and meeting small business owners.
and if you want to explore that a little more, that question, you can always feel free to reach out to one of the business managers and give specifics about your situation. Okay. Is there a cost to work with a program manager?
Nope.
No.
Just you pay your Delaware taxes. That's that's your cost. We're free. So come on and reach out to us.
And that also includes the supplier diversity, Siobhan White. That is no cost associated with that either.
All right. How do you define small business versus a medium large business?
Yeah, different programs define it differently. The SBA defines it as under 500 people, but every program sort of has it defined slightly differently. So don't let that stop you from asking.
Right. And for the state, we tend to look at it as 100 employees or less. But some of the programs, the funding programs that we have, are not restricted to small businesses. So those that require approval from the Council on Development Finance, like the Strategic Fund Program, that is not limited to small businesses. So again, reach out and ask. Okay, from Kim, what is the cost, or what are the costs of the certification programs? Are they in person or virtual?
They are virtual. Well, first off, it's no cost associated with the certification program, and the classes are virtual. If you're speaking about the Delaware Main Street, we just kicked off our first pilot program that is going to be kind of like a hybrid model, a mix of in-person and online. And if you need more information about that, please feel free to reach out to me, and we will be sharing information about that soon.
All right, and this question from Ed, are you the best resource for funding grants, loans for a startup farm in Sussex County? Or is there an ag-specific department within DE government?
I would definitely, we do have our agriculture program that Joe just mentioned. It is I believe it is a loan program. And I also have a great working connection with our Sussex County government, Bill Poff. So I would definitely like to connect with you via email, which is Gemini, GEMINI.Cornish@Delaware.gov. And I can make some connections and see how we can best assist you on that need.
Great. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, from Donna, where can I get training to set up a website, use Canva, edit photos, or use social media for marketing, etc.? So I guess I can actually answer that. The Small Business Development Center actually has a lot of trainings that they offer that touch on those marketing and social media topics. So if you go to their website, and if one of you can drop the link into the chat, then you can see their entire calendar list of trainings. But a lot of them do include Canva, photo editing, social media marketing, etc. Okay, next, as a food truck owner, how do we know what chamber to be a part of?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be a part of any chamber. The chambers is just the ones that that fit you the best. I also believe there's a food truck association. I would Google like Delaware Food Truck Association. And I think there's a group of that's purely just food trucks that you'd want to join. But yeah, as for the chambers, you just sort of have to fit the one that fits you the best.
Agreed. Okay. From Tisa, are you able to provide assistance to businesses that want to set up sales online as well as local sales?
So it sounds like you need help with marketing and advertising. So again, reach out to one of us and we'll get you connected with one of our resource partners to help you with better marketing your products and everything. It may be the Small Business Development Center, it may be the Launcher Program, maybe the Women's Business Center, but let's connect, have a one-on-one session and assess what your needs are.
Great. Okay. Oh, good. Are you, let's see. So that looks like the end of our questions at this moment. We still have lots of time for questions. So anybody, if you have them,
Ms.
go ahead
Andrea,
and put them
I
in.
know you asked people to put it in the chat, but there was a question on the you asked people to put it in Q&A, but there was a question on the chat that I did see. I don't think it moved over, but it says, "Hi, I'm Jen Hinton, a global account director, licensee with Helms Briscoe out of Rehoboth. We help organizations source hotels and negotiate contracts with meetings, events, and retreats with 10 plus sleeping." I would definitely like to connect you with our tourism office so you can have a connection with them, because I think you would benefit from partnering with them or speaking.
Great. Thank you, Gemini. Question from Frank, and I love this question. What is the best route to take to be a resource partner? And I think the easiest thing is just to reach out to any of us. Reach out to the business managers, talk to them about the services that you offer, and they can tell you if you can be added into the group. They'll be able to refer people to you that are appropriate. And I think, yeah, that's the best way to do it. And actually, when I first read that question, I thought he said, you know, what's the best route to take to get to a resource partner? And so I just wanted to say, start with us. Like we want to be the first stop on your small business journey. So start with us and let us help you get to where you need to go. What I'd also, actually, I'm going to throw this question out to the business managers because this is something that they get a lot and they have to sort of address a lot. And I'll kind of throw this to Anastasia because she actually just did an interview with Spotlight Delaware about what people need to know to start a small business. So, Anastasia, talk a little bit about what people should know and what you don't want them to do immediately when starting a small business.
Thank you for the question, Andrea. And what people should know is when you have an idea to start a business, don't immediately go to Google and type, what do I need to start a business? Contact us first. It all starts with us. Contact us and let us help guide you along the way. You need a business plan. You can't ask for funding if you don't have a plan. And you want to have everything set up in order. You don't want to go get an LLC right away. And for some businesses, LLC is not even a requirement, but that's an option. You make that choice. We don't tell you what to do. We kind of just, again, we guide you, but most certainly reach out to us. Don't get an LLC. If you have an LLC, you've had it for like 5 years and you don't have a business, let's really revisit why you've done that and figure out what it is that you truly want to do with it, because you're paying out funding that you could be saving towards something else. And also trust us when we follow up with you. Make sure you show it to your meetings with us. And even if you don't want to have a meeting, just a quick text or an email, just because we want to make sure that you're getting the full wraparound service that we want to provide from the Delaware Division of Small Business. So thank you again, Andrew, for that question. And it all starts with us.
And I'll also open that up to Joe and Gemini if they want to add in anything else.
Yeah, the one thing I want to, you already said it, but I want to say it again, is that, reach out to us, because if we might not have the program, but Delaware is a small state. We work with so many different resource partners. We'll probably have the answer for you and tell you who to reach out to. And the other resource partners, they send people to us all the time. We're always passing people back and forth. So just because we might not have the program doesn't mean we can't help you.
Exactly. All right. Gemini, anything you want to add?
Just to piggyback off of Anastasia, like a lot of people will come to the division or reach out to one of the business manager, and the first thing is like, should I open up an LLC? Do I need business license? And have not started with their business plan. And that's my favorite part about it. Letting everybody know. Usually small business owners do not realize how important a business plan is to their business. It's the foundation. So I automatically start there. Make sure you have your business plan, and then we can move into whether you need to get your business license, whether you need the LLC, things like that. So that's all I have.
I have one other thing. Other thing, Andrea. I know Joe touched on it on his slide regarding Edge Grant. If you don't make it the first, second, third, or fourth time, continue to stay at it. But also keep in mind, it is a competition. And as the program grows and the more we market it, we get more and more applications, and they get stronger and stronger every time. So just make sure that you reach out to us. I'm pretty sure at this point, you probably received your notice that you didn't make it to that round. Reach out to us so we can go over your scores and try to find ways with working with, if you're already have an assigned advisor, they can join that call as well. And we'll work together in helping you get to that stage. And if the grant isn't something that you want to explore because it is so time consuming, take advantage of SSBCI. Like, let's schedule some time to meet with our finance SSBCI specialists to see if that's an option for you, because that's not competitive. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, and remember too, we have to get $14 million out the door by December 31st. So we are motivated to give you that SSBCI money.
And we have we have a really great finance team in our division that will work hands-on with you to negotiate. I mean, not negotiate, but to help you, guide you, and navigate you towards the SSBCI progress. So it may sound like a lot or intimidating, but we really do have a great team at the division that will guide you and navigate you through there. So don't be nervous. Don't be Even if you're just interested and want to inquire, reach out to one of us and see how we can help you.
And I would
And
also
it's never
say,
no, right, Gemini? It's never no. It's always like, let's see what we can do to tweak it. Our new finance director came from commercial lending, so she's definitely been positioning people towards getting that yes. So please, we're begging you, call us.
how often do you get people who say, please come and take our money?
Yeah. Another thing that happens the first Thursday of every month is Kent County Open for Business. I know in Newcastle County, Joe, y'all have an Open for Business as well.
Yep.
Sometimes we have like 1 or 2 businesses we see, but that's where all of the resource partners that Jim and I mentioned on the slide, and some weren't, like, but there are several throughout the state. We're all in a room together. They're ready to serve you, like where you have a one-on-one interaction with us. You don't have to wait for a call or email. Like, we're all together, giving you 2 hours of our time to talk about what you need. So if you're interested in attending Open for Business, I know, as Andrea mentioned on their website, the calendar of events, you can find it on there. And I'm gonna pass it over to Joe so he can talk about what it's like for Open for Business up in Newcastle.
Yeah, so I actually I forget the exact date it is, but it's at the Newcastle Chamber of Commerce at the Emerging Enterprise Center. And it's the same style where we set up a bunch of tables. You can talk to everybody, and it's pretty funny because that is where you can see how we send people to other people, because we'll literally be like, you want to go to that table, or they'll point to me and they'll say, you want to talk to him, and it's a quick and easy way to sort of talk to the right person at the right time.
And Jim and I also mentioned about how people get our offices mixed up because you have Small Business Development Center, Small Business Administration. The SBA is the federal arm of what we do as a state agency. So, like, if you have a federal issue, we refer to our partners over at SBA and try to get you connected with them. And if you're getting an SBA loan, we send you over to them. If you're getting a Division of Small Business loan, then they refer them over to us. So Jim and I, she got to attend Open for Business with me, what was it, 2 months ago? And then you shadowed him for me the last one. But she got to see, like, oh, wow, like, it's, now I see the wraparound service that we're providing. We're just like bouncing people around. So again, if you've never attended an Open for Business, you're missing out. You definitely need to go check it out. It's no cost. Everything we're talking about is no cost associated as well.
Yep, exactly. And also I wanted to mention, as we were talking about the SSBCI program, the Small Business Development Center has a contract with us for technical assistance. So if you're going after the loan programs and maybe you're not quite bank ready to apply, we will refer you to the SBDC and they will help you get bank ready for that loan and put you in a better position to get it. So there is an informational webinar that they are holding in July. So please be on the lookout on our newsletter, on our social channels. We will be posting the webinar information, and that's where you can get sort of an overall picture. So if you're interested, but maybe it's not today, that might be something to think about if you want to look towards July. Gemma.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, remind to put it in the Q&A. And I see that Ronald Davis had said, do future business owners have to possess a business plan to use these services or seek information on starting a business?
No.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
No, and even if you have one, come on, bring that plan over with you, and then we'll look and see what you need to add to it or what you need to take away. Because there's so many different kinds of business plans. There's like the lean business model, there's a comprehensive business plan. There's business plans that are more geared towards like investors, like for like a pitch deck type. So we'll look at what you have, and then I'm gonna pass it over to Joe, see what he has to say.
Yeah, I mean, people reach out to us. You don't have to even have a good reason to reach out to us. We'll answer the phone and talk to you. We'll encourage you to write a business plan, and we'll recommend you reach out to one of our service providers.
I see another question from Sanja D in the Q&A. I would like to know if there's partnerships for how to get mentored for a sober living sober homes / residential homes, I would like to say, send us an email, one of us an email, or all three of us. I want to connect you with the Delaware State Housing Authority, because specifically for residential homes, I want to make sure that you're able to get the services you need there. The mentorship, if you're asking specifically on what the requirements or expectations is, I'll also have to send you information on DelPros to see what that looks like.
Great, thank you, Anastasia. All right. Since our time is winding down, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen back and pick up on the slides. There we go. So, also, it's just a reminder, here are the various ways you can contact us outside of contacting specifically the regional business managers. You can call our Dover office at 739-4271. You can check us out on the web at business.delaware.gov, or you can email us at business@delaware.gov. And with that, I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining us today. I want to thank our business managers for spending your time with us and giving us all this great information that I hope the business owners have found helpful. So thank you for your time and have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.